So we've been really busy lately, actually. That's why I'm a couple days late to delivering this video. But I'm going to show you some great properties because we have been buying some awesome product lately for our clients. So we bought this firecracker of a property for a Melbourne-based buyer. Their strategy was simple: buy multiple purchases of positively geared properties with low maintenance in established areas. Meat and potatoes, but it made sense. Based on their high yield requirements and their low median budget, we focused on Perth, Western Australia, and as I've been saying, it's already been a really good performer lately anyway. Large 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 4-car space villa. Yes, you heard me, 4-car spaces. And did I mention as well that it's freehold? Yep, no strata. That's exactly right. So these are the type of properties that we really like. Low maintenance. This property was built in 2016, 7 years old, and we often see these properties at around that 7-year-old age that they get loaded by the owners because they've taken out the majority of the depreciation and tax benefits. That's what they needed. So now they're happy to kind of release that property. There's only 4 properties in this little estate of four terrace homes, 4 villas. So we picked it up for a purchase price of $350,500. I mean, what a great price. Rental estimate, about $500 per week. That will be around a 7.4% rental yield. Now, it's a great property. Every super fund should have one of these. I mean, I want one. I'm probably going to look at buying one before the end of the year. Now, we also had a Sydney client looking at a property in a high capital growth area. The client had a decent deposit and was also able to manage that negatively geared property with the payoff of being historically above average increase in property prices. So we were pretty happy with this purchase. What we ended up was a beautifully renovated classic Queenslander home on a huge 615 square meter block, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car spaces, only 7.5 kilometers from the CBD. Yes, people, J to the power of 3, location, location, location. We got to focus on that. Now, we agreed on a negotiated price of $1,040,000. We're receiving a rental income of $800 per week, which is going to be around 4%. The property has a long-term average annual capital growth rate of 8.28%. So we expect the property to have an increase in value of approximately $1.3 million in 10 years' time. The client's very happy. We're looking forward to actually assisting them with their next purchase very soon. This one was an owner-occupier. Now, they had a low budget, lower than the median dwelling value, and they wanted to break into the Southeast Queensland market. We put on our thinking hats. We used our data research skills to locate a suburb which had started to kind of buck the trend of its surrounding suburbs in regards to growth and also median household income. So that was showing signs of gentrification. I know that's a buzzword, but definitely this area was gentrifying. We picked this property up for only $695,000. 34 kilometres south of Brisbane CBD. So we found this really functional 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a fantastic large covered rear deck. It's a great quiet street location with parkland actually at the end of the street. So 644 square metre block, nice flat block as well, which is important because in Brisbane there are quite some hilly suburbs. So we were happy with this, really usable yard, easy access to the Pacific Highway, to Brisbane or the Gold Coast from this location. We expect some good things from this up and coming suburb, so we're wrapped with it. This is one of the last ones I'll show you. This was a purchase for a returning client. I think this is their 5th or 6th purchase, and the investor was already, they already got a decent portfolio, but they were looking for something actually a little bit higher potential growth, but wanted, the safety net of stronger rent, and this, pushed us to explore a little outside of our comfort zone. I would definitely say I've said on this channel many times, we don't do regional. We don't like regional. But again, this client's a great client. They bought so many properties and we were happy to kind of extend that for them. But we believe we really found a great property and you can't complain on this price. So high yield, 1K from the foreshore. Location is experiencing a surge in population growth due to a new airport, an increase in employment opportunities with expansions at the Iluka resources and Alcoa mine, bringing more families and workers to the area, putting pressure on the rental market, predicting that this will grow quite well, and probably going to continue to offer clients some good capital growth here. So again, we were happy to kind of roll the dice on this one based upon the data that we had. 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 7 car space. Yep, 7 car spaces. So it's a 1975 brick house on a huge 764 square meter block. Plenty of development potential here, which is probably what the client's going to look at doing with it sooner or later, within walking distance to local shops, schools, and definitely the beach. And that's what I love about Perth. You can literally go 200 kilometers north or south, and as long as you're within 5-10 k's to the east, to the west coast, you get into the beach within 5-minute drive. It's pretty amazing, considering here in Sydney, where I am for the long weekend, tried to go to the beach from the inner west, and it took me an hour and 20 minutes to stand on the sand from leaving my house, and I'm only in the right area, so it's not very far. We secured this for only $387,000. We're getting over 6% rental yield. This property was, as I said, out of our usual areas, but the client wanted to explore options further away from Metro Perth. We did our research. We've watched 2 specific suburbs actually fill up with West Aussies since the airport expansion in 2020, and we took the search there. We found high yields and population growth. The client agreed that this was a great opportunity to get into, with great potential, with the last 4 years seeing around a 5% capital growth rate per annum, which is not bad at all. So we were really happy with this. So great purchase for that client. I had so many more to choose from, but I just wanted to give you a bit of diversity between different capital cities and different product types. Remember, we can't help you until you commit, but once you commit, we won't let you fail. So we are bringing 2 things together here: your desire to build wealth and our 18 plus years of buying property for clients as Providence Property Group. So for more than 3 decades, Providence have helped Australians open a life of opportunity through real estate, giving them the future that they want. And we buy unique quality assets in areas where demand definitely outpaces supply. And we focus on properties that appeal to a much larger market of owner-occupiers, that 70% owner-occupiers, not just that 30% investor. And we buy in the right capital city at the right time, guided by economic property cycles, and we buy the property which is uniquely suited to your situation, which will act as a springboard for your next wealth building stage. So this is how top performing investors build wealth, and this is how we want to work with you. If you would like